Hey guys, today Archaeology has been released, as I'm sure a lot of you do already know. So in this video, I just want to show you guys a beginner guide. I've been playing Archaeology pretty much all day since it's been released, and I've learned quite a bit from it. So I just want to go over some beginner tips that might help you guys out. I will also be going over a walkthrough of the first 42 levels. So essentially the best ways you can go through those 42 levels and all the different areas. And yeah, I really hope you guys do enjoy the video. The skill really is amazing, and I hope you guys enjoy it a ton. So starting off, we are going to start with the tutorial. So you can start the tutorial by talking to the guildmaster right here on the dock. When you log in, you should get a pop-up and you'll be able to teleport right next to him. So that will be super useful when you do log in. Now, simply talking to him will start the tutorial. So you'll just want to go through all the steps in the tutorial. It's pretty easy to follow along, and you'll just learn the basics of archaeology. So you will have completed the tutorial when you get the qualification of intern. So this is the first of many qualifications in the new skill of archaeology. Once you have completed the tutorial, you will then be teleported to the first dig site, Caredet. So once you get here, the dig site tutorial, Dr. Nabik will show you around, and essentially what you'll want to start doing at this dig site is excavating the remains at this dig site so that you'll be able to get some materials. This way you'll be able to repair the artifact Centurion's seal, which Dr. Nabik gives to you. So you will use this seal to get to the next area, so that is going to be your main priority at this point. Just go down to the remains and gather enough material to restore this artifact. The next step at this dig site is going to be digging through this wall, which is called Fort Debris. So you can just do this by clicking on it. And after just a few minutes, you should clear the entire debris. Then you'll have to go back to Dr. Nabik, and he will allow you to enter. So you will be using the seal on this, so make sure it is in your inventory. And when you do click on it, you'll use the seal, and then you'll be able to enter Caredet. Once you are inside Caredet, you will get a bit of an XP boost, and then the main goal when you get inside, you're going to want to start excavating the remains as well. That is pretty much the main thing with this skill. Just continue to excavating new remains and gathering new materials so you can restore some new artifacts. So in this area, you will be getting some new artifacts that you'll be able to restore. You can just click on the cart just behind me here, and you will be able to deposit your materials into your material box. You can also just deposit all the soil into your soil box, and then you can siphon it later, which will get you some more materials. Now, the main thing that I did when I first entered here, I looked at this door and want to try and figure it out. So once you do get some pages, you can talk to Liam, who is standing next to the door, and he will give you a dial, which you'll be able to fix the broken one with. And then you'll be able to put in the code, which is going to be shadow, blood, smoke, and ice. I'm not 100% sure it is the same for everyone, but a few people were saying that that's what the code was, and it did work for me. So try out that code again. It was shadow, blood, smoke, and ice. And when you do get in here, you can simply just back out. This area, you can only continue here when you are level 47 archaeology. So it is just nice to have it open so that it will be available for you later on down the road. Now, once you have reached level 20 archaeology, you can go to Infernal Source, which is the next dig site. First, I want to show you can use this book to teleport to the Archaeology Guild. It's a super useful teleport because then you can just go into the building and click on the map, and you can teleport to any of the dig sites using this, the ones that you have unlocked, of course. So you can teleport directly to the Infernal Source that way, which is going to be the next thing you're going to want to do once you get to level 20. So once you enter the Infernal Source, you will see there are a ton of crates around, which you'll be able to search. So what you'll get from inside these crates, there are going to be some XP books, which will give you a bit of free XP, and there's also going to be some materials and also an artifact. So the next step is going to be restoring that artifact, as well as excavating and finding another one of the same ones. It is going to be Crest of Dagon, so you will need to find both of these crests out of the chests and then also excavate that third one and restore it as well. Once you get these, you can actually add them onto this fireplace, and once the fireplace is complete with 4 of them up there, you will unlock the next area. I also just wanted to show you guys a quick tip. So if you heard about the caches that were coming to Archaeology, essentially they are just materials which are located randomly around the map. And right here is where the rune gold materials are located. So it's on top of the ice mountain, and then you will climb down in the hole to find this spot where you can just mine a ton of the rune gold, which will help you make the Crest of Dagon. Now, the other material that helps you restore these crests, they're going to be the orthonglass materials, and these are located on Anachronia. They are in the northern part of Anachronia. You can find them on the map, which is pretty simple. So once you get enough of these materials and you can restore the Crest of Dagon, you can put the last crest onto the fireplace, and then you'll be able to enter the trapdoor beneath it. So once you go down the trapdoor, you're going to come into a new area, and this new area is going to have a few things that you can search. You'll get a few more books for XP. So definitely make sure you do that. Just run around the place and search all the bookshelves, because there's tons of free XP just lying around there. And then finally, you will want to go to the easternmost room, and this is where you are going to be able to excavate 4 new materials here. It does require level 29 archaeology to start excavating here, so do keep that in mind. And then your next goal is going to be getting to level 36 archaeology, so you will be here for a little while. Hopefully you can complete the 3 artifacts at this location. You will also be getting a few pieces of paper while you are here. You can read these, and if you get all 4, you will have the combination to unlock the next area, although it does require around level 60 archaeology to move on and excavate in the new area, so it isn't really a must. If you did want to know how to open up the portal, you want to grab the chalk and also the candles. You'll want to draw the design on the symbol in the middle of the floor and also place both the candles and light them. And then you'll want to say each of these 3 sayings. The first one on the candle on the west, the second one on the candle on the north, and the third one on the candle on the east. So once this is done, you'll unlock the portal. You'll come to this insane looking place, but as I said, all the excavation sites will be locked until you get to around level 60 archaeology or so. You can explore this place. I did explore it a bit. There's a bit of a puzzle to do as well, which I started, but it's not really useful until you get to level 60 archaeology. So anyway, the next step is going to be getting to level 36 archaeology, and once you get here, you'll want to go into the room with the altar, and you can excavate these sites. Again, just try and get the artifacts in all these sites and restore them. And then the next goal you're going to want to be going for is 42 archaeology. Then you can finally go on to a new dig site, which is Everlight. So once you get to Everlight, again, you can teleport using the map to get here. But once you get here, you will want to talk to the tutorial, just like every dig site. And then you'll have a bit of a cutscene. Now, once the cutscene is over, you can cross this bridge and go down and excavate the remains here. And it does get a bit repetitive, so every time when you go to a new dig site, you're going to be excavating the remains, hopefully finding a few key pieces so you can unlock the next area. So that is just essentially a walkthrough of the first 42 levels of archaeology. So far, I am really liking this skill. It does seem a little bit more AFK than I anticipated, which isn't always a bad thing. I mean, having AFK parts of the skill is kind of nice. But the thing that I am liking most about it is how many places you have to explore and all the puzzles that you have to solve. It does really seem like an interesting skill. So I do like it so far. I think it is a little bit too AFK. But overall, I am liking it a lot. There's so much content in this skill. And again, we haven't even touched on ancient summoning and ancient invention and even the relics. I haven't really looked at that very much yet as well, because you need to get a higher archaeology level just to unlock that stuff. So my first impressions of the skill is that it is a bit of an AFK skill. And the XP rates, they also do seem sort of low right now. I know it is pretty early and only early levels, but it did take me a long time to get up to level 42. So I would say that the first 40 levels are relatively slow. There were also some points where you simply just need to excavate the same site over and over again and just until you get enough XP to move on to the next location. I do really like the progression of the skill. So once you get to the next level, which is usually only about a 5 level gap, you can go to a new area, which is always really exciting. And it seems like they have some puzzles and some other mysteries in this skill, which is really interesting. And I can't wait to find out more. But yeah, that is basically my first impression about the skill. I do really like it so far. And I would like to know what you guys think of the skill. So definitely comment down below your thoughts on the skill so far. Maybe even what level you made it to. So far I'm at level 42. So I will be playing a bit more after this video is released. And hopefully we get some more levels. Also, I do want to mention that I am going to be playing a ton throughout the week. And I'm probably going to start a new archaeology series. So definitely subscribe if you're into that. Also, check out my Twitch channel. I will be streaming some on there. Streaming some of that archaeology content. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. And yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy today's video. And again, let me know how you guys enjoy this skill, because I think it is just phenomenal. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.